Hello everyone. It's 3 o'clock now in France, so we are going to begin this new webinar, this new session for this webinar. We are going to see some specific feature from BioStar 2 on device for door, zip, elevator, SIP, elevator, and monitoring. But first of all, I want to remind you how to find our webinar content after it. It will take us maybe 5 days to be able to give you access to the whole video on PDF file on our website. It will be on our Suprema technical support site. As you can see, we have already published Core Station, all about Core Station, and we have also published the second one about beginner for BioStar 2. Do not forget that we have also channels in social networks and also on YouTube. And during this session, you will be able to ask some questions. So you will need to use this 3 button at the bottom of your screen. If you want to send a question, you can use Q&A box. And if you want to speak with us, you can raise hand to ask for getting mic. When you say, hi, I want to speak, we will give you a green, which is allowing you to unmute your mic also and to explain what you need. Do not forget to always say your name on what is your questions. After we have answered your question, you can lower your hand. So this webinar will be about specific content. We are going to see integration for thermal camera, SIP configuration, elevators and flow in BioStar 2, monitoring logs, and we will have some question and answer. I will ask you sometime to say if you have already some question about each feature. But first, who we are. I'm pretty sure most of you are knowing Suprema. We are a global company which is really good in biometrics. It's our main goals at the beginning since 20 years ago. And we are still now focused also in RFID Reader. We provide you reader for biometrics, for RFID, and door controller if needed, but also software to provide you an end-to-end solution. Thanks to our user management, fingerprint template, face template, which are really good and secure. With encryption for reader network, we are also providing Multifinger Reader for other usage, governmental usage. Thanks to web design, also encryption for web database and web access. It will be more and more easy for us to be compliant with GDPR. So we are going to see what is the goal of this webinar. In this webinar, I want to show you how to add a thermal camera to an access control reader, how to enable SIP feature on BSA2 on Face Station 2, how to add elevators in BioStar 2, but also how to manage a flow. And last point will be about monitoring feature. So advanced access control thermal camera. We are facing since some days now, months also, a trouble with COVID. And we saw many people saying they want to be able to get thermal cameras on the site and to be able to connect it to their access control system. So Suprema want to provide you a solution which is quite simple. You will find everything on our support from Freshdesk, how it works and how to set it up. I will show you this point in a few minutes. So we have tested some product already from Dawa and Hikvision. First, we explain what we need for thermal camera, how you are going to be able to use it, what is going to provide you with access denied, but also with a specific display in front of you. We say where you can download everything from BioStar 2 7.14, English resource file for BioStar 2, but also device resource field to change the anti-targeting violation to abnormal temperature detected. And we explain how to do it. So let's me coming back to this part. I'm going now to show you directly in BioStar 2, and then I will show you a small video to see how it works. So since last time, I have used our own BioStar 2 server, which is running on VMware. So we have a virtual computer. So you see that it could be a good way of working with our product. For this session, I have two products, which is the BioStation A2 with OM 120 to show you some feature for elevators. And I have also a face station connected to a secure I/O to get more inputs. So when you go inside face station, I have to log in again. Okay, so you can see that we have some doors, device, card, face, finger, and user. So in device list, face station 2. You can see that we are running a normal firmware inside. Last one. This is here that you can change the resource file to change in the display what you are going to show. And this is other things. Then you will have to go to door, create a door. So I have created one which is interphone door. I have connected it to my face station 2 with relay input. And downstairs in anti-tailgating feature, I have set my sensor is input port 0 from face station 2. And it's a normally open switch. So let me show you with the video how it is running. So normally you should have a small video on the left corner of your display. So on this display, you will see the setup for this demo. This part is for elevators, biostation A2 OM 120, a SIP phone. Here there is something very simple, which is a SIP server. And then here it is the face station 2 with the anti-tailgating feature inside for fever. So when you push the exit button, it will work normally. As you can see, the red lamp is going up. If I get my face, it will work normally. But if we have anti-tailgating, this is going to emulate the anti-tailgating feature. I get the message on the front of the device, which is by default anti-tailgating violation, but when we change the resource file, it is going to show you abnormal temperature detected. And you can see in monitoring, we can see that it is displaying in this version of BioStar 2.7 on 10, access denied anti-tailgating. If it will be the 2.7 on 14, it will display different event, which should be abnormal temperature detected. If you have some question, feel free to ask when you need. Raise your hand if you want to speak, or just send a question with Q&A box.
Cyril, there is one person raising hand.
Yeah, I have seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Andres?
Kate, thank you for this webinar. I have a quick question. Let's say I come in close to the base station 2, the thermal camera will take my temperature, but they block me right away because my temperature, it is above the average of the normal temperature. Let's say a building where you have 200, 300 people coming in and out on a daily basis. If you block that person right away, you can create turmoil. You can create a crisis there because people is going to be, oh, his temperature is above the average. What happens if BioStar 2 sends a message directly to the email of the health department of that company or that government office and tell them, Andres went through that door, please go and check his temperature to his desk. Can that be possible?
Yes, it's one feature we can have with a trigger on action in BioStar 2, as you are able to do it for lots of things. So you can send an email for this event also, or you can trigger a relay to get a special lamp on a specific desk, for example.
Perfect. And you don't block the person right away. You just let him go. He goes in, and then someone goes and takes the temperature on his forehead.
The way is always to block people, to do not allow them to go inside building. So normally with anti-tailgating, we always block people because we do not want to give them access. So for us, it was the same way.
Okay. Just here in Latin America, it is a country where people have guns, you know. Civilians can use guns, so it can create a turmoil right in the door. Trust me, you know, just to take it in consideration. just to let the
Yes.
person in, and then send someone from the health office and say, Mr. Andres, can we check your temperature? Okay, you are above average and you have to go to the infirmary. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes. It's why we can choose to do not change the resource file on device. So it will only display anti-tile getting violation. It will be fine. No one is going to think it's abnormal temperature, for example.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Do not forget to goes down for the hand. Thank you. If there is any other question, I'm going to the next point now. SIP feature. We are going to show a feature which is already available in our device, but maybe not so common for access control device. So with FaceStation 2 and BioStation A2, you are able to create a SIP line, a SIP link between your device and the SIP phone. It could be done with a SIP server. So I have used a Raspberry with Asterix inside. You can find everything to how to set it up on their webpage. I can show you where it is. Let me up. So Asterix for Raspberry Pi. You have only to download it, put it on a SD card, and it will work. Then you will have to set up 3 PBX with our specific guide we have made. It is available on our website also from Freshdesk. So we explain how to install it, how to configure it, and how to be able to run with it. And also you can choose to use a SIP client in Windows to receive call. For this, I will prefer to show you how to use it with a SIP provider. So I will use OVH Telecom provider, which is a French guy, but is working abroad. We use a simple line from them, and we will see how it works and how we have set it up inside inside BioStar and then inside the device. So into BioStar 2 in device, I will show you how to set it up with a SIP server in the BioStation A2. It is really simple. In advance, you get right down. You have to enter SIP server IP address, SIP server port, which account of SIP line you are going to use. So I decided to display 102. It's an account ID, it's an account for the SIP line. The account password linking to this user. I choose a 5 for DTMF tone to allow people to get the relay going on and off. And we can provide extension number directly inside, so you do not have to, okay, I will phone 11100. It's only a push button. You have only to push on welcome desk, and it is going to send the call. Now, if I show you FaceStation 2 with a SIP line provider, it will not be so different. Advanced feature, you go down. But here you will say, okay, this is this DNS name of the server. Compor, always. Account ID for OVH is always a number with an account password, which I have created in the website. I choose for FaceStation 2 to use a 9, and I use DTMF mode from RFC 2833. And I set up inside 3 number, and I set up all other to show you that we are able to get 16 extension inside the FaceStation or BioStation 8. So let me show you how it is going to work with the video. So normally you will see again the video link. So on the device, I will have only to push the green button here. Choose who I want to call, so I will call on my cell phone, for example. The cell phone is ringing. I can answer, speak, and then I can open the door by 9. As you can see, the red light is coming on. And then I can end on. And it will be the same for everything you want to use, if it's a zip line with provider or zip line with a server, a zip server. Also, if there is some question, we can have time to answer time by time on each feature. It's okay for everyone. So we are going to the next point. Which should be how to manage an elevator and how to manage a floor. But first, if you want to use an elevator and manage flow, you will need to use a BioStar 2 license, which should be an advanced one, because you will have elevator control here. And we also get monitoring, so graphic map in monitoring. But you will need also an OM 120, but it could be other device, TM20 or SecureIO. SecureIO, only one relay. I'm not sure it will be easy to use, but the more common one is OM 120. I will show you inside BioStar 2 how it is going to run. So in device list, I will add an OM 120 to BioStation 8. I want to show you that there is not so much things to do inside the device list. You can see that you can upgrade the firmware if needed, but it's only the things you can do. When you go on elevator, on BioStar 2 menu, you will be able to create groups of elevators, but also elevator. So I decided to create one, which is Vélizy Elevator Office in demo room. The controller for the elevator is a BioStation A2. And inside, I say that I have 12 floors coming from ground to 11. and it was made with auto mapping. So I say 12, I click on auto mapping, it is say, okay, that's all your flow. I can choose the time for relay control to allow people to get time to push the right button. We can make alarm, trigger an action, always. And that's it. Then what we have to do to allow user to use this elevator, it's to go in access control and give some roles. So in my access, you can see that I have access group, access level, but floor level, I created only one, which is the ground, which is very easy, floor 0. In my access group, I can choose, for example, demo room. In my demo room, I have access level, which his name is demo room, where I have my interphone door, and I have scheduled it to always. I have my floor level, as seen before with, I say, okay, I'm going to use the elevator very easy, the floor name, which is ground, and the schedule which should be always. But I can choose office hour on other schedule for other people who is coming on the out of office hour for cleaning, for everything. And I can add user group and other user which are not in the user group. And how it is going to work, I will show you with the video. It will be more clear, I guess. So the OM120 is connected through RS485 to the BioStation A2, which is connected through the network to BioStar. I can try to get inside. It's not the right finger, so it was access denied, but I have my right finger, which is access granted. And here you can see that we get the floor 0, which is granted. We can choose another finger with access denied. Always, if you have some questions, feel free to ask when you want. We are going now to speak about, there is one question. If you want to speak, Andres, please raise your hand.
Okay, one quick question. I'm working a project where we have like 20 floors, and my integrator wants to place the Suprema device outside the elevators. So for example, I come in, I place my mobile card outside, and that mobile card will let me know that I'm allowed to go to the 17th floor, and the elevator will come, pick me up, and take me to the 17th floor only. Can that be possible?
Yes, it could be possible if you have only one floor allowing for you, but if you have many floors, we will only in the elevator get the possibility to click on the right button you can access on.
Okay, so I can place the Suprema device outside the elevators, but it will just take me to one floor, because if I have multiple floors that I have access, it will get confused, I guess.
Yes, yes. In this case, normally how we use it, we do not send a direct command to the elevator. Most of the time, we only allow the switch inside the elevator to be pushed.
Okay, or call the elevator, I get in, and then I choose the floor.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. If there is other question, no, for the moment. Okay. So I will go on monitor logs now. And I think it was more simple to show everything with BioStar web page, since the caption showing in a PDF file. So let me go back to BioStar 2, monitoring. I will begin with real time. I will show you what is going to happen when I manage my door in the office. So as you have seen, I have opened the door from my office. Some doors I have unlocked from internal. The door was open, then it was locked again, and I opened the second door. It got locked also, but is not closed at the moment. And you can see that I have closed the other door. If I go to make access granted, it will show you the same things. And also you can see that we get an alarm because on the second door, I say I do not want this door to be this door open more than 10 seconds. So I get an alarm to say, oh, the door is still open. I can acknowledge, but it's still in red here. And when I get to be authenticated by the device, I will get the device ID and my authentication. I can find this real-time log is really useful when you make some try in a field to show how it works and if everything is working fine. I will close the door now. So in event log, you can see that you get all what I have shown you previously, but also what I have made with elevator deactivated, biostation authentication failed, activated, succeeded. I can see everything. I can choose to get more usage. Say I want to see for 3 days what was happened on the door RDC1. And I will get all the events for this door during 3 days. It will allow me to simply find who is coming in and where. If I want to only set up by user, I can say, okay, let me see when I was in. And I will get all the notification. And I can see that I get some access denied, anti-targeting, which is the fever detection abnormal temperature, not fever detection, but abnormal temperature we explained before. In device status, it will show you only the status for all devices, so you can see if there is some which are disconnected, but also if it's secure IO, you can see the last information coming from them. For door, it will be also the same. You will be able to see if door is closed, or open or normal or in a not normal mode, if they are locked or not. You can do the same for flow status. You can see that everything is normal and locked, but I can unlock elevator, for example. I can do the same for all the zone from BioStar. For example, here we have 2 alarm zone for BioStar 2, which is managing alarm for our stock and our office. We are using a core station with DM20 and Secure AUDIAU to get everything inside on D2 keyboard, also keypad, to allow us to arm and disarm without any card. You can see that stock is already active and armed, and that the office is in normal mode. You always see here symbol things which allow you to make some filter, which allow you to say, okay, here I can filter with zone name. In other field, you can see that you can filter from device, from door, etc. And if you have some alert history, you will see them here. There is no here. Do not forget, as you are able also to have a graphic map since you are in advanced license. So you can add a map of your building for each floor and display on it all the doors and see in graphic mode how is your doors. If there is some question about monitoring, we can go on, or I will go in question and answer, so we will be able to answer all the questions you will ask, or if you need to see in more detail something with the video, please let me know. Thanks for your time. I hope it was not so long. I tried to add a short one, less than 1 hour for this feature because it's really a simple feature. We have lots of questions about it, so I think it was necessary to show you. Feel free to give us a call if you need more information. Thank you, have a nice day, and please stay safe. Hello everyone. I have tried to make a short video a little bit more bigger to explain what I have shown today during this webinar. So on the table you can see that I have some devices. OM120 to make elevators, a BioStation A2 to allow us to make a controller for an elevator, Phase Station 2 with a Secure AUDIAU to get more input, and I put on this device a red lamp to show you if we have access granted or not, and 2 switches, one for exit button and one for abnormal temperature detected. As we have explained before, we are using the anti-tailgating feature from BioStar. We have also on the table a SIP phone, which allows us to make phone calls, and a SIP server, which is running on a Raspberry. I have shown on the website where you can find everything to make it available. Anti-tailgating, so if I am in normal mode I can exit with the button, but if I go in front of the device I will get access granted, but if I push the button here it will say anti-tailgating violation. And if you have put inside the Phase Station 2 the new English resource file, you will see abnormal temperature detected. About SIP, and I will simply show you how it works. On the device we have here a green button. We can push this button on the device. It will display us a list of users. It's really bright, so I am not sure you are going to see, but you can select between all the 16 users I have internally inside the device. I say, okay, call me on my cell phone, and I push the call button. As you can see, I receive a call. I will answer. I will be able to speak with the guy and say, okay, you want to, okay, you are Tom, okay, access granted. I will open you the door. So here I push the 9 button. The deaf tone is sent. As you can see, the red light is going on. It's a really small lights, but we have a fingerprint reader, and inside I have set it up that my name is able to get access granted for floor 0. So with my finger, this finger is mine, I get access granted, and the relay is going on. Let me show you here, it will be more easier. As you can see, access granted, and on the card, I will show you here, the relay is going on. And I have explained that OM120 is connected through RS485 connection to the reader. And for elevators, that's it. Hope this video was more clear for everyone. Stay safe, and pleased to see you again for the next webinar.